Hey everyone, thanks for watching today. Today we have James with Sacred Earth. He is a new health food store, or has a new health food store in Mandeville. So thank you, James, for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you as well, Crystal. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So James, tell us why you decided to open a health food store in Mandeville.
So, several reasons all wrapped up into one. I've spent going on 9 years in the health food industry um, on a lot of different sides and areas of the industry. I started out as a demo product specialist, doing a lot of education. That shifted towards sales as a sales rep, working for a brokerage, attending a lot of national sales meetings and a lot of other educational opportunities across the country. And so, having all of that knowledge and that information kept bubbling up in my mind to want to be able to share it to a larger audience, and not just in a sales environment, but also in an educational space. So that was brewing for quite some time. And then an opportunity arose with this particular retail space in Mandeville, and it just made sense. And so my family and I jumped on board, and then we opened up the space here 5th of this month.
Awesome. And where are you located?
We're located on 310 Dahlwheel Drive. It's across from Rouse's off Highway 22 near to Beauchene,
Yeah.
right next to Pontchartrain Po' Boys.
Got it. So if I came into your store, what would I find?
You would find a large variety of things. What I like to do with community comes into the door for the first time, I like to give a tour. So I can give you a virtual tour if you want to use your imagination. So you'd walk in and I would introduce you to what we produce ourselves at our sister location in Lafayette called Emerge Juice. So we do local organic cold pressed juice, and we do our Sacred Earth granola bars. Our juice we only do in glass, all organic. We source from local farmers around Lafayette and elsewhere. And then our granola bars we make in-house, as I mentioned, but we use a lot of medicinal herbs as well. Even probiotics, a lot of servings of vegetables and protein, and they're delicious. So that's us in our house in Lafayette. But we also partner with a lot of local companies. So we have local kombucha, local ferments, local macaroons, local lavender soda, natural cold brew coffee, aromatherapy, CBD lotion. It goes on and on and on. So I would show you our local sets and our partners, and then I would navigate you around to the big wall of supplements, which are larger national known manufacturers. I'm only partnering with the highest quality manufacturers in our industry. So no fluff. A lot of the products on the shelf are number one sellers in their respective markets and categories. And I know all of them very well. Not only the manufacturers, because I've worked with a lot of them, but I know the products themselves because I've been selling them for a long time. And so when it comes to the results and the testimonials, they work. I'm not carrying anything that won't work.
Right.
We move past the supplement wall to our essential oil sanctuary, where we partner with an essential oil company called Pronarome. And every single oil is certified organic, but it's also eco-certified, which is a much more difficult certification to obtain, which reflects the highest quality standard amongst any industry, North America or European. And then we swing around and we have our alkaline water station. So you can come in with your jugs and you can fill up. But it's not just alkalized water, it's highly oxygenated and remineralized, which is what nature intended, which is what you want. Not just alkaline, you got to have the other components as well. Popular misconception there. And us here at Sacred Earth, we are in the business of, encouraging people's health and helping them out, but also destroying misconceptions, which is a large part of what we do. So then we swing back around to our locals only set. We have some local coffee there available now, and a cleaning line made from Pronarome's essential oils, a few other things. And then lastly, we swing around to our organic CBD set, which is my baby. I've been in the industry, like I said, for 7-8 years now. And I was around when CBD started becoming popular, right? And so I've seen it all. Currently, we're carrying 2 CBD manufacturers. It would be really unlikely if I bring in any other, because these two, they're the strictest with their quality control and how they manufacture their oils and their oils down to the terpene levels and the concentration levels. It's the very best, no fluff. And so that's how we would end the tour. And we would actually go around the whole store and wrap up right where we left off.
Very cool. So being that you just talked about the CBD oil, I know a lot of our patients have had questions about that within the past, actually, a few weeks. I've probably had 10 or so requests on should I like, why don't you sell it? What is it? So tell us a little bit about what CBD oil is and who it's good for. Are there any contraindications, that kind of thing?
Sure. So CBD, at least in our industry, is really the hottest thing since sliced bread. CBD it's derived from the hemp plant, CBD, otherwise known as cannabidiol. It is an activator for the endocannabinoid system. So everyone's familiar with their immune system or their nervous system. Well, your endocannabinoid system actually bridges those two systems, and it helps regulate really cellular health in your body and bring in homeostasis between all the systems, but also between your cells. So it brings more energy, more health to your cells, is what the phytocannabinoids of CBD oil does. Now, our body produces endocannabinoids as well. So depending on your diet and specific herbs you might be taking in your body, you would be producing endocannabinoids, which to whatever degree is going to regulate your endocannabinoid system and determine how healthy it is. Some people who are really healthy have a healthy endocannabinoid system, right? Due to the endocannabinoids they're producing. A lot of us, we may struggle from time to time, and that's when it's good to take CBD oil, so that way you get the phytocannabinoids to come into the body, and they help regulate it as well. So when you put both of them together, as far as healthy lifestyle, and you take the CBD, you're going to help bring a lot of balance to the system. Now, the effects of that balance are as such. Help reduce anxiety, help reduce inflammation, right? Those are going to be the biggest two. So pain and inflammation and anxiety, right? We got a lot of customers coming in with a lot of pain.
Right.
Of course, that issue more so than any other issue, I would say. But a amount of customers and our patrons with anxiety and nervousness issue as well.
So, sorry to interrupt, but our patients like post-op needs or whatever, a lot of them don't want to take their pain pills before they come to therapy because they need to drive themselves. So essentially, can CBD oil take the place of pain pills if they need to be, functioning a little bit more at a higher level?
Generally, yes. Every person, it's a different case-by-case basis, but generally across the board, CBD can be used unilaterally amongst everyone, notwithstanding whatever issue or level of pain or post-surgery that you might be experiencing. See, what's interesting is that the way the endocannabinoid system functions, when you put in the CBD, and I'm going to tackle a popular misconception right now, especially after a surgery too. People think I need a lot, right? I'm in a lot of pain. I just had post-op surgery. Like I need a heavy dose. Not necessarily, right? The endocannabinoid system functions in an adaptogenic sense, so it will help balance itself. You don't need to give it too much. You don't need to give it too little. Just give it the right amount. Give it the right dose. And so with the CBD company that we carry, Innovative CBD, it's a full spectrum high terpene formula. It's at 3.3 milligrams, which a lot of folks are like, who know a little bit about CBD are like, wow, that's not a lot. But it is, because it's full spectrum. It has everything you need to do the job. That way you're like microdosing in a way where you're just giving the endocannabinoid system a reason to rev up, right? And to rebalance itself. Because again, your body is producing the endocannabinoids. It just needs the phytocannabinoids sometimes to give it a boost.
Got it.
Post-op, instead of the pharmaceutical option, which might be okay depending on the circumstances, CBD would be a great fit. And I say CBD, there's a lot of different types of CBD, right? There's isolates, there's full spectrum. Some CBDs are produced with chemical solvents. Some are kept more in the raw form. Some are alcohol, used in alcohol solutions. Got to do a little bit of research. And folks, if you're curious, please come talk to us, because I've been at it for so long and I'm fascinated with CBD and how it works in the body. You got to be mindful about who you're choosing and who you're partnering with as far as CBD is concerned. But go on that full spectrum, high terpene.
Last question on that before we move on. How long does a dosage last? And how many times a day can you use it?
Yeah, let's break it down into two questions. So as far as the effects and how quickly you can feel it for your pain, every person's biological makeup is different, but typically most folks feel results within minutes, which is fantastic when you're in a lot of pain, naturally. As far as the Innovative CBD, the 3.3 milligrams, that we sell per bottle is a month's supply at 1 dose a day. But again, depending on your situation, you can take up to 2, 3, 4 doses in a day if you're experiencing chronic inflammation and pain. However, remember, going back to the concept of homeostasis, you don't want to take too much. Here's an analogy I like to give our customers. So if you're coming in and you're sneezing, you got a cough, you're feeling fluish-like symptoms, if I told you to drink an entire 16-ounce jar of elderberry every day for a week, not a good idea. You're going to overreact your immune system, right? And it's going to go out of homeostasis. Your other system's going to have to figure out how to put it back. So the same with CBD. You don't want to take really heavy doses all the time, thinking that more is better. It's quality before quantity. And you actually want to tease the endocannabinoid system like you would tease the immune system so that it can do its job as nature intended.
Very cool. Awesome. So moving on to supplements, I know a lot of our patients always want to know, like, what can I do for my bruising, or what can I do for soreness or anything like that? What kind of supplements might you have that our patient population?
Sure. So we have a couple of different salve lines. One of our salve lines is out of California. It's called Pure Remedy, and it's a homeopathic salve line. And they do a lot of different salves for different needs, but for pain and inflammation and muscle bruising, having a great salve for that. And again, back to CBD, we have a great CBD salve as well. It's called the Over Muscle Rub. So they include methyl and camphor herbs in there. And the Over Muscle Rub has gotten tremendous results for bruising and pain and inflammation along the skin and muscles. It works tremendously fast too. In fact, the lady earlier this morning came in and she wanted some CBD. So I was about to offer her a tincture, but she told me a lot of the pain was in her neck. So we switched it up and we did the salve instead, so that could go right in quickly topically. So we have different salve options in the store, both all natural and organic, and we're always going to recommend that. Those are our values. Plus, when you're dealing with supplements that are laced with pesticides, fungicides, and herbicides, it may not kill you, of course, but those are toxins that your body is going to have to spend more time and energy getting out of your system, which is the exact opposite of the point and the focus, which is to boost our health.
Got it. And what about being that it's flu season? What you got for us to help not get the flu?
Elderberry syrup. Elderberry syrup. So our elderberry syrup comes from an herbalist. Her name's Jade out of Baton Rouge. And not only does she make it all herself in small batches, she uses local elderberries, which is great when you think about macrobiotic philosophy. She's using vegetables or herbs in this sense, both rather, that is in our environment, right? So it's come from the ground, comes from the same soil and air and water that we take into our bodies. So there's a synergistic effect to that. So the elderberry works great for immune health. It tastes really good. She uses local honey as well, and that is kept refrigerated. So that's been our number one recommendation because it works so quick, and it's highly antiviral is one of the effects of the elderberry plant. And then I'll also mention that CBD also can help boost your immune system as well. A lot of folks don't know that. But
so even if you're not feeling pain or inflammation, CBD would still be good for a healthy person to take.
Absolutely. Yep. You bet.
Sounds like the cool thing to have now.
It's a catch-all formula. It's like when fish oil hit the market years ago. It helps so many things. It helps your heart. It helps your brain. It helps your skin. It helps your mood. It's a catch-all per se. CBD is similarly that way.
Are there any contraindications for use of that?
For CBD? Not that we know of. Quite honestly, contraindications as far as pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Not that we know of. I mean,
the side effects that you know?
No, not. There's again, everyone's different. There has been some reports of individuals feeling too relaxed or tired. So there's that that some folks are concerned about. And that really boils down to the quality of the CBD you're taking. And maybe you're not dosing correctly as well. So again, you want to tease the endocannabinoid system in small amounts at a proper full spectrum dosage, then that'll be better off for you. Homeostasis.
Awesome. What else do we need to know about your store? What do you think our patients would enjoy from there?
Our organic cold pressed juices, they're delicious. I think that unfortunately there's a lot of folks who are scared to try juices because they think it's going to taste like vegetables. It's not very good. That's not the case of what we have. My wife Melody owns her juice bar. It's called Demers Juice in Lafayette, which is our sister location. And the juices are fantastic. And a lot of the juices she formulated to help fight inflammation and pain and also cancer. So we have a turmeric tonic for pain. Comes in a little shot glass like this with a screw top, and you shoot that. Great flavor to it, and people feel the results as far as the edge of their pain is cut off rather quickly. So it's another option for pain and inflammation, and it tastes great. We have a lot of juices here. We press them, or rather, they press them at our juice bar in Lafayette twice a week. So they're very fresh. They're very enzymatically charged, and so if folks are looking for another fun, delicious option to boost your health, fresh pressed cold juice is really a great avenue to do that. And we offer samples all day, every day. So if folks want to come in and they want to try it, we're going to make it happen.
Awesome. Last thing about the alkaline water. Give us why would you want to drink that rather than regular tap water? What
Sure.
do they do for your bodies?
Important question. Good health starts with the water that you drink, right? We're here to really educate on the quality of water. And so, unfortunately, with current state as it is, most water, public water, city water, is, I'll use the term, dosed with specific chemicals that help preserve the pipes underneath the ground that we don't see, helps preserve the health and well-being of those pipes for the water. The cities don't have to spend all of our tax dollars replacing them all the time. So their concern is the preservation of those pipes, but not our pipes. So fluoride is a very popular chemical mineral that they use, that they put in the water themselves. And when you have heavy amounts of fluoride building up in your systems, taste the difference between your waters, which is really cool experience because most people don't think about that, but you absolutely can. In fact, my wife, for whatever reason, she's always been able to taste the quality of the water immediately. She'll pick it up. She'll tell you if it's high pH or not. And that's just an interesting skill that she's had. And so just something fun to mention for those folks who want to maybe give it a whirl.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for being with us this afternoon. Just again, everybody, he is at Sacred Earth, which is right next to Pontchartrain Po' Boys in Mandeville. So definitely go check him out, see what all good stuff he has to offer. So thank you, James. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Crystal. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks, everybody. See you later.